You ready? Let's go. 2 Minute Daily Devo for Thursday, April 29th. I'm in the New International Reader's Version today, and our verse of the day comes from the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21. Here's what it says. Christ didn't have any sin, but God made him become sin for us, so we can be made right with God because of what Christ has done for us. This is an incredible verse that basically sums up the entire reason that Jesus Christ came to earth. We've talked about this before in previous Devos, but when God created Adam and Eve, they were perfect. The Bible says that they used to walk with God in the garden in the cool of the day. But once they sinned, that relationship was broken because God is holy and can't be around sin. So the rest of the Bible, as we've talked about, was God's perfect plan, God's story to send Jesus Christ to redeem us from sin, to restore that relationship. Jesus Christ became the mediator. Jesus Christ became the bridge between us as sinful people and a perfect God. And the Bible says here that God put all of our sin, Christ who knew no sin, God put all of our sin on him. The Bible talks about when Jesus was on the cross, that God couldn't even look at him because he was so full of our sin. And the weight of all of our sin and iniquities was on him as he hung on the cross. There needed to be a blood sacrifice, a punishment for the sin that you and I committed. And Jesus Christ is that punishment. Jesus Christ is that perfect lamb that was crucified, that his blood was shed to redeem us and restore us in our relationship with God. And now you and I can freely go to God. That's why we have the right to talk to God, say, God, Abba, Father, Daddy, God. We can come to him with our requests. We can come to him and say, God, I need help with this, or God, you're amazing, God. But here's the thing. We think about what Jesus did and the sacrifice that he made, on Easter and maybe a few times throughout the year. But I want to challenge you today as you head out in the world to think about and thank Jesus for what he did for you and me on the cross every day. Make it a constant thing that you wake up and say, Jesus, thank you for taking my sin on yourself so that I can be restored to God, so that I can one day go to heaven and live with God forever. It's all because of what Jesus did and the fact that Christ took our sin, and now the Bible says that we can be made right with God. So I want you to think about that today. All right? That's it, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.